Hey everyone, I'm Heba and welcome back. In this video, I did 3 looks with the new palette from Nars, the Climax Eyeshadow Palette. It's a limited edition eyeshadow palette featuring 9 smoky shades in silky matte, metallic, and multi-dimensional finishes. This palette is $49 and on the Nars website it does say out of stock, but there has been a couple of times when I see it out of stock and then it's back in stock and then out of stock and then back in stock again. So I'm hoping that they will restock this palette because it's a beautiful palette. Great for fall. I'm a little late in getting this palette because I waited till Nordstrom had their triple points, and since I knew I was going to get it, I went ahead and waited for that, and then it already sold out in Nordstrom. So I waited until the last day of the sale to see if it will come back into stock. Then I saw it on Nars, on their website. So I went ahead and picked it off their website. I know, I was trying to get more points from Nordstrom, but I ended up not getting any points at all. But I went ahead and got it off the Nars website. I did sign up for their emails, and I believe I got either 10 or 15% off this palette. So you do get 9 shades in here, and let's see how they say it, in the silky matte, metallic, and multi-dimensional finishes for extreme eyes with extreme payoff. It's buildable, blendable, boldly wearable. And I also got the liquid eyeliner pen too. Now I got this one after I did my first look, because I did order this one from Nordstrom, so they came in at separate times. So here's the palette. It does come in red, and it has these grooves in here, just kind of different there. Hope you can see that. So yeah, it has those grooves there. And here's the back. It has the names of the shades there. Oh, it was upside down. You open it up, it has a snap closure and a nice mirror inside. So here are the 9 shades in this palette. Let me go ahead and swatch them for you because I love doing live swatches. So the first one is Open Wide, which is a matte beige. Has a little bit of a pinky undertone there too. It's a little bit light, but this is great for setting my primer. The next one is Private Show, a matte mauve brown. And this one is my favorite matte shade. I use this in all 3 looks as a transition, and it's beautiful. Next is Passion Play, a shimmering champagne. And that is shimmery. Next row we have Envious, a metallic copper. Next is Hooked, Antique Pewter. And I guess that's what antique pewter looks like, because that's not what I got from it. I can see a little bit of silver in there, but it's a beautiful green shade, or pewter shade. Next is Next Level, a shimmering deep brown. Kind of wish I used that one in a look, because it's beautiful. Last row, Up in Smoke, matte khaki. Now this shade is pretty swatched, and I did use it in this look. It just looked a little ashy on me. Now my other favorite matte shade is this one, Public Eye, which is a matte rich brown. That's beautiful. I use this one in every look too. It's beautiful. And then the last one is Night Rhythm, a shimmering slate blue. And here are all the shades in this palette. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I'm going to show you the 3 looks that I did. The first one, I was planning on doing an all matte look, but then I decided to add a little shimmer to that look. And that one's going to be set to music because they were working on the art outside and it was just too loud. The second look, I use the slate blue. And of course, the last look is this one. And I'll also be using the liquid eyeliner, and I use this one in the second and this look. First look, I didn't get this one in time. And this is the Climax Liquid Liner, and this one costs $24. This liquid liner, it does say it's an intense matte black with 16-hour smudge resistant and waterproof wear. So yeah, let me go ahead and show you the 3 looks that I did with this palette and 2 looks with this liquid liner, and I'll see you on the other side. Here is the almost finished look. Didn't put any bronzer, blush, or powder on because I'll be doing the 2 Hourglass palettes next. So half of my face will be one shade and the other half will be another shade. This is just to concentrate on the eye look here. Actually, it's not bad. I thought I messed it up by putting that glitter shade all over the lid after I put that burgundy eggplant matte shade on my lids. But yeah, this is a dramatic look. Perfect for fall. I think this is perfect for fall. Yeah, this is pretty. That burgundy shade is pretty. With the Nars palette, I think this is a pretty look, and I can't wait to try, I'm trying to open it, the blue or the green shade next. Those are gonna be some pretty looks. At least I hope I can make it pretty. But so far this one, I thought I messed it up, but it looks really nice. Very dramatic. Very fallish. For this look, I think I'm gonna have to use the blue. I think I'm gonna have to use this blue. So let me go ahead and prime my eyes. I am gonna apply eye mask underneath my eyes because they're looking a little baggy. So I thought I might use these, and this is by Shankpri, the Gold Black Pearl Eye Mask. And here's what they look like. Comes with a little spatula to scoop it out. I mean, I need all the help I can get. Using the Blender Pro by Sonia G, I'm gonna go in with this top shade here that's in the middle. I believe the name is Private Show. They do say that this is a mauve brown. I'll place that in my crease. This is a pretty cool mauve tone because I do see a little bit of the mauve and a little taupey also. I always try to look up so I can really see where the shadow needs to be. Now using the Wayne Goss number 19, and I'm going in with this other matte shade, Public Eye. It's deep eggplant shade. I think it looks more like an eggplant, but they have it listed as a rich brown. And just place that on the outside of my lid. Kind of bring it in the crease underneath the first shade. Now let's go in with this blue. It's called Night Rhythm. And let's apply that on my lids all the way to the inside. That is a pretty blue. Now let me use Passion Play, this shimmering champagne, and I'm just going to kind of put that in the center only. Just to put some light right there. And then going back in with Night Rhythm and just kind of blend them out. So it doesn't look like a fingerprint. And then kind of deepen out the outer corner. And then going in with the first brush and just blend everything out. Now let me go in with this liner. All right, comes in another package. This is a big box for a little liner. Has a little ball in there. Ooh, that's thicker than what I thought it would be. Let me swatch it on my arm. This is one swipe thin and this is one swipe thick. Okay, I'm just gonna put a thin line. I don't wanna go too big. But you know, it's not very deep. It's not a deep black. But wow, it just glides on nicely. Let me go ahead and put my foundation on and concealer, and I'll come back and do underneath my eyes. Let's do underneath my eyes, and I'm going in with this first matte shade, Passion Play, and using the Dose of Colors brush. And then going in with Public Eye. Just a little bit and placing that in the outer part of underneath my eyes. Just kind of bring that up to the top part. Now let me go in with Night Rhythm, this shade right here. And let's just see how it looks underneath my eyes. Gives a little shimmer there. Now let me do the rest of my eyes, do my hair, and I'll be right back. And here is the final look. What do you think, guys? This is a pretty slate blue. I went with a deeper lip because usually I go with a nude lip whenever I'm using blue or a dramatic eye. Yeah, I decided to go bold. Go bold or go home, right? I do like the matte shades. You can see the different shades without it looking too muddy. The metallic shade, I have to say that this is a pretty blue. It's very pigmented, and this is a pretty slate blue, and I do like that little pop of silver in the middle just to, you know, have a little bit more light to it. Let me come up so you can see. You can see the two different matte shades that I used. Doesn't look muddy, and this blue shade is pretty. It's reflecting a lot of light too. Oh, and let's look at the eyeliner. Not bad. Speaking of the eyeliner, the swatches that I had on my hand, I did wash my hands, and this is what's left from it. And I didn't really scrub because I wanted to see how it performed. The Huda Beauty liner, when I swatched it on my arm and I washed my hands, it stayed on for a long time, no matter how many times I washed my hands. After just one wash, it did kind of come off. This is a pretty blue shade. It's not very bright blue or the blue from the 70s, but this is a pretty blue. So the next look I will do, this is going to be a 3-look video, I am going to use this green. I had to use that green too. Let's try this shade right here in the center, that pretty forest green. I'm not going to be using eye masks today, even though I do need them, but I'll be using tape instead because I really want that sharp line with this look. Okay, let me try not to make it so sticky. Okay, does that look even? I've tried like 3 times. So this is as even as I can get it. Now I'm going to prime my eyes. I'm going to go in with the shade Private Show. And I'm using the Detail Pro by Sonia G, and I'm going to place that in the crease and above. I like this shade for my transition. Even though it is a little bit on the cooler side, it's really nice on my skin tone. It doesn't make it look dirty. And this is very pigmented, and it goes on very nicely. Just gonna build that up. Now I'm gonna try this matte green shade. Using the Mini Booster by Sonia G, and I'm going to apply that in my crease a little bit lower. Oh wow, that is pigmented. Than the first shade. Now this one on my skin tone does look a little dirty, just a little. You can still see that there is some mossy green in there. That's why I'm a little nervous when I try these shades, because sometimes they do look a little dirty. But let's just keep playing. I'm going back in with the first shade and just kind of blend that out. Using the Wayne Goss number 19, I'm going to deepen up the outer corner and using this shade Public Eye, that beautiful eggplant shade. Just pack that on the outer part of my lid. Let's use this beautiful green shade Hooked, see if it will complete the look here. Because so far I'm not liking the 3 shades that I used together. I'm going to put that all the way in the inner corner here. Now I noticed when I used the blue shade Night Rhythm, this eye, I think it was the shape of my eye. It looked like my eyeliner was thicker on this eye, and I thought it was from me putting too much eyeliner on. When I looked in the mirror, they looked even. So I'm thinking with that look, I think it's just the shape of my eye, because I can see that my eyelid just kind of bumps out right there, so it looked like it had a shadow. I'm hoping it doesn't do it with this shade, but I noticed that when I used the blue. Let's see if that happens with this shade. This is a dark eye for me. Let me try to brighten it up. I'm going to go in with the shade Envious. I haven't used this shade yet, so let me place that in the inner corner. Hopefully this will brighten up the eye a little bit. Let me go ahead and deepen up the outer corner. I have to say that that green matte shade, it does look a little ashy, so let me see if I can cover it up with this eggplant shade. I call it the eggplant shade. Let me put some makeup on, I'll come back and we'll do underneath my eyes. Totally forgot about using this eyeliner. Since I had the tape on, I think that's the best time for me to try it. I do like the tip of this eyeliner. Thick on one side and thin on the other, but I like using the thick side. So since I have the tape on, let me go ahead and use this eyeliner. And it just glides on very nicely. And then I can just turn it on the thin side to get in the corner here. And then turn it back to the thick side out here. Kind of like this liner. Just wish it was a little bit deeper, just a little. Now I know it looks like I probably overlined this side, but I think it's just the shape of my eyelid because it is kind of protruding out a little bit right here. So when I close my eyes, the eyeliner is even, but when I open my eyes, it just looks thick. Now for underneath my eyes, I'm going to go in with one of my favorite shades in here, Private Show, and using the Dose of Colors brush. I love this brush for underneath my eyes, all the way underneath my eyes. I don't think I'll be using this shade Up in Smoke. I think it just looks a little ashy to me on my lids. But I will use this shade, Public Eye. I love this shade, another one of my favorite shades in this palette. And then just apply that in the outer corner underneath my eyes. And bring that up. I'm gonna go back into this shade Envious and place that underneath my eyes in the corner. And here is the finished look, as you can see from the beginning of the video. And this is a beautiful look. This is a beautiful look. Love this green shade, or pewter shade that they call it. The only shade that's not my favorite is this matte khaki shade right here. I think it's just a little too dark and a little too ashy on my skin tone. But I'm still going to play around with it because it depends on probably how you use it, where you use it, which brush you use. But using it in this look, it just worked together. But this one by itself, yeah, it's not my favorite. These three shades did work together, but my two favorite matte shades is this one, Private Show, and this one, Public Eye. Those two work together. The first look, the one that I thought was just going to be a matte look, I think that would have been beautiful if I didn't add this shimmer shade to it. I don't know, I guess I was just in the mood for some shimmer. The matte shades, they blended out beautiful, very pigmented, doesn't look dry on my lids, where you can, see the texture, and you could see the different shades that I used. Now, I think I did cover a little bit more of this khaki shade, but I think all three work together. Yeah, the mattes just blended out nice. The metallic shades, they are beautiful. They're very shimmery, very metallic. It has that light reflection there. I do like this palette, and I'm hoping that they come back into stock because I was a little late in getting this palette, so I wanted to wait. I know I wanted to wait for triple points, but since I waited, I lost out on it from Nordstrom. So I had to get it off Nars. But I'm hoping it will come back into stock. They do have their new holiday collection out now. Their holiday collection, it has a lot of things in it. And this one is a big holiday collection. They got a lot of palettes, a lot of sets. Don't think I'll be picking anything up from this collection. And I forgot to mention that this is the first time I've used Nars eyeshadows. I've used their blush, but this is the first time I've tried their eyeshadows. And I like it. Now, the eyeshadow palette that is in the holiday collection, yeah, I don't think I'll be picking that one up because it does have that green shade, something similar. So I'm going to pass on this collection. But if this one doesn't come back into stock, maybe check into that. Do love the packaging in the new collection with the ribbons all over the package. But yes, I won't be picking anything up from the new holiday collection from Nars. But I'm glad I got this one, the Climax eyeshadow palette, because this is a beautiful palette. It's great for fall. The only thing for me, again, is this matte, what did they say, khaki shade. You can see that it just looked a little ashy and a little dirty on me. And let me talk about this eyeliner. I keep forgetting this eyeliner, but this is a nice eyeliner. I do like the little brush of it. It's fat on one side and then thin on the other. Let me swatch this one for you again. There's thin and there's thick. You can do it however you like, thin or thick. I know it looks like a deep black, but I just wish it was a little bit deeper. For me, I like the deep black eyeliner look. It glides on very nicely, doesn't tug on my lids, and it doesn't transfer into my wrinkles on my lids there. Now, waterproof, I don't think this is waterproof because just washing my hands one time, it came off, especially the thin one. The thick one, there's a little bit of residue on my hand still, but yeah, this came right off with water. And I think that's it I need to speak about in this video. It was the palette and this liner. I keep forgetting this liner. It's a nice one. Alright, you guys, I hope this video was helpful using the Nars Climax palette and the liquid liner. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you can see more videos like this. And you all have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.